Welcome to Humphreys of Henley TV, countryside concierge at its finest, and a wonderfully warm welcome back to Blenheim Palace. This time we're going to have a peer through all of the fabulous rooms, hear some of the stories and the history, and even speak to an under-butler who currently serves the 12th Duke of Marlborough. I hope you enjoy it. During our rather fabulous tour through the long library, we're in for a real treat because we have been joined by Christopher Cooke, who is under-butler to the Duke of Marlborough, and he's going to share a little bit of the inside story of what it's like to work in this magnificent palace. Hello, Christopher.
Good morning.
Lovely to see you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Not at all, pleasure.
How long have you been working for the Duke?
I've been at Blenheim for about 10 years. I've been working for the 11th and now the 12th Duke for about 6 years.
Fantastic. And what are the real qualifications and demands of being an under-butler?
I suppose really it's the ability to adapt. That's probably one of the main things, because you could come into work in the morning and there'll be a list of things you're doing. That list could get thrown out the window and replaced with 4 others before you actually know what you are doing. So it's about being ready for anything to get thrown at you, really. You could be doing dinner, you could be doing lunch, and guest numbers could change. The different things you're doing in the day could change. So being adaptable and being quick off the bat with that, really.
Fantastic. Are you allowed to share any of the more unusual requests that you've had to fulfil?
I think there was one request a long time ago for pomegranate seeds at the crack of dawn, which was a bit of a strange one. Okay. We didn't have those in at the time, but somehow you make it work. You've got to say yes and then figure it out behind the scenes.
Fantastic. And I understand there's a bit of a challenge with understanding the bells, that all the bells are at different pitches.
They're all,
right?
Yeah, they're all roughly, I think it's a semitone apart. There's about 40 of them.
Right.
And generally, I think historically each room would have had a connection. Obviously, a lot of rooms are on the public side now, so we don't have to worry about those ones at all. I think we're down to just 3 or 4 that we would still use, which are still a semitone apart, but we can figure out which one's which at this point. So just by proxy of having been here for so long, you can know what you're listening to.
So you know which direction to go into.
You know which direction to run or run away, yeah.
Superb. And is there a big change when I mean, obviously we've had a fairly recent change from to the current Duke. Does it feel very different when you work here?
It feels different, but I guess that's the only word you could use. It's no better or worse, it's just different. You train for one role with certain favourite items you put here or favourite items you put there, or newspapers, etc. And it's the same job. It's different props, but otherwise it's the same role.
And can you imagine working anywhere else?
No, I don't think I could. I've almost have in the past, and I couldn't. To be honest, you're so specialised to this place, this building, and I've also effectively grown up here because I grew up in the area, so I've always been around Blenheim, working at Blenheim here, so I couldn't be anywhere else.
So it's a real family thing.
It becomes that without you realising it, and then when it's only when you go to step out you realise that's what it is, and it becomes quite difficult to step away from it.
Yeah, I'm sure. But why would you? I mean, it would be difficult.
Yeah,
it's a difficult act to follow.
There are worse places to call the office, really, aren't there?
Absolutely. Thanks, Christopher. Really appreciate
that. Not at all, my pleasure.
Thank you. There is so much to see in Blenheim Palace and the beautiful grounds, and I hope you've enjoyed the little insight behind the doors and the chat with the under-butler this week. But there's lots more to come, so we look forward to seeing you next week.